Chanxes. Today we're having our first podcast. Our first episode is about Pitfalls, but we're also going to be talking about other events and other things that we. So the reason why we do this podcast is to help with awareness. So, Herlinda?
I'm Herlinda Hercules Bradley, and I am a member of Limitless Chanxes, and I'm Omar's co-host. And a couple weeks ago, I think it was, we were just kind of having a conversation, and Omar says, I know, let's do a podcast. And so I said, okay, can I be your co-host? And Kim said, I'll be your first guest. Mm-hmm. And so here we are. And I think Kim actually picked the topic because we talked about what we talked about. We just want to look at and examine what are the pitfalls to you committing to your health and wellness and fitness and working out. So, Kim?
Introduce yourself, Kim, and talk about.
Kim, K2, Huckleby. When you become a member here, Omar likes to rename you, rebrand you. So there was another Kim one time, and he was going Kim, and he said, oh, you're K2. So where are we going for Pitfalls?
We're going for pitfalls, so...
Before we go into that,
okay.
I'd like to know your background in working out and how long you've been working out yourself before you even came over here.
Okay. I think I have attended every thing from, well, I don't think I can name every gym in Northeast Ohio, but I enjoy exercise. I enjoy the feel for it and how my body reacts to it. But before I came here, I was taking care of two family members who eventually have passed away and being a caretaker. So one of my pitfalls came with falling off the wagon. And then as a caretaker, you forget to take care of yourself, and then you fall in bad habits that sometimes come from childhood, and you don't make the wisest decisions, and it's comfort food, or you just kind of find yourself looking at TV, and you kind of forget those things that makes you feel well as a person. So as I came back through a grieving process, you find people to get out of pitfalls. You find people that help you and say, hey, I see that you're trying to work out a little bit more. I try this workout routine, or try this water. Just little things that improve you as a person. So I came to Omar because another person had recommended, hey, he takes the time to stretch, you warm up your body, he gets you motivated, you feel that you had a great workout afterwards, and very important for someone my age, that you take the time to cool down properly, and that is very important. Not everyone does that, and so I came here, and this works for me, and that's what you also have to realize, that you have to find things that work for you, and not everything has to be perfect. I think that's a pitfall, that sometimes you say, if I start a workout, I think maybe sometimes you start a workout and you go, oh, okay, I'm gonna get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gonna 5 o'clock, and I'm gonna do this Monday through Friday, and then if you miss 1-2 days, you go, oh, okay, I'll do it next week. Yep. And then you find out, okay, and then that's why a lot of places, they make a lot of money, right?
Yeah, that's true though.
They make a lot of money because, after January or, people go, oh, we've made that cash, right? Because you want everything to be perfect, and everything can't be perfect. Is that true? You find with a lot of people?
No, I do, because for me, I realized that me working in different gyms over the course of my whole career of doing this, this is like 11 years now, I always felt like we, as trainers, we teach our clients how to work out when they're with us, but when they do leave or something happens, we don't give enough education for them to be able to do things without us. And that is for me, it's very important, because I want people to have those skills and all stuff they're learning from me to take with them as well, so they can teach whoever they meet, and then that makes it better and a stronger bond. And it's important for us to be able to do those things, and we just tend to forget that, because more than just working out too. It's that I always say, when y'all come in here, y'all can forget everything out there, and y'all can just enjoy the workout, but also be able to be with the people, like-minded people as well. So it's important for us to have that. Also, Linda, I mean, even though you're the co-host, you need to talk
Right.
about your.
I will. So to hit on what you were discussing, for me, a lot of times is I want to go all in, and so I do too much at once. So I want to eat right, I want to exercise, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm not a morning person, that's not going to happen. I want to do too much, so I found coming here, you give us the tools to do a little bit at a time, and you really work with us where we are, so it's not overwhelming.
Right.
I don't feel like I'm taking on too much.
Right.
You know, I remember when I first started working out, and I was exhausted because I was trying to do everything I could do, and you were like, "It's okay to take a break.
Right.
It's your workout."
Right.
So, you know, I didn't feel like I was overwhelmed, and I had to be at a certain level, or you know, you're working out with people, and you're like, "Wow, look at her."
Right.
You know.
Yes.
And I'm trying to say, well, I want to be like
Right.
that, but you know, you make it so everybody is able to function at their level, and you actually see improvement, which helps to keep
Right.
you going, because you
Motivated.
see your strength, you know, increasing, you see your endurance increasing, and so that really helps. And then I think a lot of the pitfalls, I know I'm a single mom, so my schedule, which is, I don't know if it's a pitfall or it's just an excuse, you know, that I don't have the time because I'm stretched and I can't do, but you make time for everybody else.
Right.
So why can't I make
Right.
time for myself? So I think one of the things for me has been I get in my own way. You know, I make excuses for why I can't do or what's more important than actually putting my health and wellness first.
Right.
And I think also habit. I think, I won't say excuses, but if you develop something that's a good habit, I'm
Right.
gonna use water.
Yes.
And because Omar asked me for a couple weeks to document my diet before I came here, and he looked at, we won't say what he said. And it's not bad. It wasn't
Right.
like I was eating candy
Right.
bars and fried foods. It's just that you look at, it's not what's best and will make your body work efficiently for the workout.
Right.
So I will say water. I was in a habit of drinking a lot of water, usually about 80 ounces. But I think when he looked at it, I realized I was like drinking less than 30. And it wasn't pop, it wasn't tea, it just was less water. And I used to enjoy drinking
Right.
water. And when he told me that, I had to think, okay, how do I need to put water in it? So now, okay, now I know before I get up in the morning, before I meditate in prayer, my goal is to drink 32 ounces before
That's
I head
awesome.
out for the door.
Right.
And that
Right.
sets me up for the day.
Right.
And I've realized that if I come here, you're gonna drink 32 ounces of water when you work out, just to let you know. You are, that's, okay, so
Right.
now I'm down to
Right.
64. So that was a set up habit that I used to drink water, and my body recognizes that habit
Right.
of water. But it took me a period of time before. But if you have set up a good habit for yourself,
Right.
that your body responds to it, even if it's been a little while.
Right.
Am I
That's true.
involved? It's
No,
easy
that's-
to kind of
yeah, 'cause
get
that's
back
the,
into
The
it.
best way to avoid the pitfall is preparation. And what you just said is like you preparing yourself because you seen like some of the things that you documented. You was like, okay, I know I can be better here, I can be better here. And you can still include the things that you have to do in your normal day. So it's like you don't say, you set yourself up for success instead of for failure because you seeing everything you wanna do. And you don't beat yourself up by not being there yet. You just be like, okay, I know I can get there. It's like a intrinsic motivation as well as external motivation. So,
And that's a pitfall too, if you're around negative people.
right.
Absolutely. Your support
Oh,
matters.
right.
The
Right.
energy that
Right.
you're receiving from
Right.
other people matters in helping you to stay committed.
Right.
I know that it really helps when at one point I was into having partners to work out with me, you
Yep,
know, kind
yep.
of as a accountability partner. I find here that it's a group of accountability
Right.
partners because you have people that are like, you can do it, you can
Right.
do it, or when are you coming next, or so you develop this group of people who have the same goal in mind, and so that really helps because when you don't feel like it, there are people around you who are helping you.
Right. I worked with a colleague who recommended, she goes, are you going? And I'll go, yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like, it's kind of like,
Right.
okay, you know you can do it.
Right.
Okay, I'll see you then. You can say it's accountability, but it's encouragement.
It
It's
is
a community.
Right.
It's a
It is.
community.
Right.
It's a community, and everyone is on their different. They're on a different level,
Right.
and you don't get that everywhere. And who's ever listening to this podcast, you have to find something
Right.
that works for
works for
you,
you, right.
right? You have to get rid of negative people. Can be easily a pitfall.
Right.
I have a friend that calls it, they're called emotional vampires,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and people, and the more energy you bring out,
Positive energy.
Right.
sometimes people are trying to draw on
Take
that
away-
positive
yep.
energy,
Yep.
Yes.
but they're
Yeah.
also trying to zap it out of you.
Yes.
But if you're coming here, everyone is a positive energy
Right.
because they're trying to benefit themselves,
Mhm.
they're trying to do something for themselves.
Right.
So the energy. So you talked about prayer and meditation, and the one thing that I've done, I found a pitfall, my negative mindset and negative energy, and so I do that too in the morning. That I've started, and I remember there was a time where people was like, I meditate for 20 minutes, or I focus, I do this in the morning. I was like, okay. But I found that it really does help.
Right.
And so I get that silence and that peace, and then I'm focused, and my energy is more positive. And so therefore, I'm prepared to come here later on, and my mind is focused on my body, wellness, health, and feeling good, and coming to get a good workout. And then preparation. So I think one pitfall is, I know if I don't prepare, I eat anything. I'm not planful, and when I take the time. So I know when I first started, you talked about meal prep. I think that was the first thing I came to, even
Right.
before
Right.
working out. You talked about nutrition, and I was familiar with meal prep, but I wasn't as committed as I should have been to it. I kind of fallen off, but I know that if I prepare and plan, I stay on the course. So it keeps me from falling off track.
I know we talk about the pitfalls of like friends and people and energy. Like, what about nutrition and like what is? Because I know for me, it'd be like I love eating chips, and I would go with like a whole bunch of chips. Like I would eat chips like the whole bag of a family size, and and after I'm finished, I'm like, I look at the nutrition bar, I'm like, I ate all the sodium. A lot of our water weight, you know, and you know the sodium is retention. But I digress. So what is like some of the things what is a food or something?
Other social eating is for me.
Mm.
And social eating is not only that, but it's the beverage that you have with
Right.
social. So I don't want to seem like,
No, you're fine.
but you
With
know,
alcohol?
when you're with family,
Yes.
holidays are coming
Right.
up. I mean, we're getting in warm weather. We're getting
It's-
into those type of things, and
It's funny you say that, cause I'll say that. I'm sorry to cut you off. But it's funny you say that, cause I was talking to one of my clients yesterday, and I was like, every month has a holiday. Either you have a birthday, a friend birthday, you have a work boss day, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. It's like every month is like something that's gonna go on, and it's like, how do you prepare yourself for those, you know, those things without saying, because sometimes you're gonna eat something that day, but that rolls over to the next day, and then that's another week. And you're like, man, I've been eating, I haven't been doing anything.
but we're social people.
Right.
Yeah, but you know, I haven't gone to 2 very important birthday parties
Yeah.
because because I was afraid of that. Like I was so afraid of
Right.
falling off
Right.
and what I was gonna eat, or you know, an adult beverage. I'm not gonna do it, because you're right. Every month
right.
there is something,
Mhm.
you know.
Right.
And so that is a pitfall to social eating.
So we see that time is actually coming to an end on our first podcast with Kim.
Yes, high five.
Yes.
Oh no, what do we do?
Oh right, right.
Oh.
Oh wait. So
Are we doing that?
Yes, we should.
Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Excellent, good.
Excellent, good.
L6 on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3.
LCX.
4, 5, 6. Family.
Family.
On Facebook and Instagram at Limitless Chanxes, and look in the bio for SoundCloud and YouTube.